What is up, everybody? And we are finally checking out Camila Cabello's album. We're starting in the beginning. Typically, with everything on the channel, I've gone kind of backwards. But I kind of have a fresh start with her, and she only has 2 albums anyways. So I figured I would just start at the beginning. Plus, it will not be long until I get to the one that follows this one up. But this one seems to be self-titled, just as Camila. So yeah, I don't really have much to say before I jump in. I know you guys are excited. I tweeted about the fact that I was going to jump into this, and you guys seem to be excited about that. And what that tells me is that she is obviously loved, cherished, and appreciated. So that just says everything you really need to know about her right off the bat. There is a lot of passion for this woman from the fan base, and that kind of says all you really need to know. Now, I'm not going to really be drawing too many comparisons between this and try and make like connections to the Shawn Mendes self-titled album or even Wonder for that sake, but more so I guess the self-titled, since they were more so in more similar timelines. Just because I've never really seen too much of Camila's interviews aside from what I've seen from when she's been featured in the Shawn Mendes stuff I've seen. So I'm just going to treat this as kind of just a standalone album without making those connections and just treat the songs song by song and give you guys my feedback on everything. Of course, the full and uncut album reaction to this will be on my Patreon, along with like all the other Shawn Mendes stuff I've done on there, which is the uncut albums. We did the In Wonder documentary. We did a bunch of his interviews. We've done some like more non-musical stuff where we just kind of have fun. I did like the hot ones on there and the carpool karaoke. It's really cool to see his personality. I'd love to do some Camila stuff like that, probably on there, just because I prefer to keep more musical stuff on the channel and then get into like the behind the scenes stuff of the artist on the Patreon. Then we can have the conversations with you guys on there and just kind of focus on music on the channel. So if you guys do know of any like Camila interviews or anything that's like kind of fun, gives me more information about her personally, when I get to see more of like that behind the scenes sort of with the artist, please let me know, because I will jump all over that. I said it in my tweet yesterday, and I really feel this way just from what I've seen with her, like seeing her in the In Wonder documentary, just the way Shawn seems to talk about her. She seems so just nice and human and so relatable, and the empathy just glows off of her, and I'm all for that. So just as a human, she's already won me over, and that's without even really having dived into like interviews of her and whatnot, or her music at all. Y yo pienso que ella está latina, así que estoy pensando que podría haber influencias latinas. I'm pretty sure she's Spanish, so I wonder like if there's gonna be Spanish influence in any of her music. That really interests me as someone who is Spanish himself. So yeah, with all that said, let's just jump in because I'm super pumped. The first track is Never Be the Same. That's already so just kind of jarring. Just the noises. I can't think of anything musically that I've ever heard that sounds like that. Just the opening intro. I always find intros to songs, or the intro song on an album, I think is so important to set the tone off to the album. So I'm really curious now where the song is going to go, and it's just going to make me that much more curious as to where the album's going to go. We're going to get a dark. Oh my god. Oh, the difference between the delivery of those opening lines in that verse to this part right here, which I'm guessing is a pre-chorus, is so staggering. And it's intentionally done too. Like, she's delivering these lines right here with this very deep tone. This is probably the bottom of her range, and it's meant to be delivered so because of what she's singing about too, because of how this person has made her feel, and it's not really an ideal situation to be like it sounds like so far, especially when she starts getting so high, talking about nicotine and heroin. I mean, those aren't you can say like a person makes you feel like you're on drugs in a good way, but those aren't good drugs to be on. So I'm imagining that this isn't going to go in a good place, considering how dark the sound sounds and the lyrics already. Just like nicotine, heroin, Oh! She emits so many emotions with her vocals, which I'm such a big fan of when artists do that. But hers is like to the extreme, where it's just with every word she sings, it comes off that way, but it's like so natural. It's just like how she naturally sings, which tells me that it must take a lot out of her, I feel like, to sing songs like this that are already so intense. So it just makes me so curious to see where this album's gonna go, and I'm already, this song is awesome so far, and I'm already like the bar has been set really high.
I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same.
Oh my god, those runs! Those runs at the top of her register are everything. Right there.
I'll never be the same.
Ah.
I'll never be the same.
And it's like so like kind of gentle at the same time too, that it just lends itself to more kind of romance. Even though this song isn't really giving me a romantic vibe, honestly.
Yeah. I'm saying you.
This fucking song, yeah. That song is a fucking jam. Oh my god, that song is. Yeah, the streams are high for a reason. That I'm sure that was a single. Oh my gosh, that song was so good. It's so intense. Like that song is so intense. When you add such intense lyrics to an intense sound, and you have a voice like she has, it just creates the most intense piece of what was that, like 4 minutes long almost, of the most intense piece of 4 minutes you'll ever hear in your life. That's what that was for me. At first I was thinking like maybe this is not a good situation that you're this addicted to this person, where you're comparing them to heroin and morphine and nicotine, particularly heroin. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know if I get the vibe she's talking about someone who's probably not good for her, even though she can't get away, because those things aren't good for you. Like I said, especially heroin. But it just, like, the fact that the song makes me think that much says enough, combined with just how incredible it sounds. All right, All These Years is the next song.
Your hair's grown a little longer. Your arms look a little stronger.
Off the bat, her voice has so much like natural emotion on it. It's crazy.
And I'm never prepared for a moment like that.
Right there.
Yeah, it all came back. It all came back.
That's not even a. Normally you would think that is a vocal effect, but I don't think it is. I think that's just her voice, which is insanity.
'Cause after all these years.
Okay, it's so hard not to do the Sean thing. It's gonna be really. I'm gonna try my best, out of respect, because I don't know if I haven't heard her say who she wrote these songs about, so that's why I'm gonna try not to draw those connections. But when you say like your hair's growing a little longer, your arms look a little stronger, after all these years, you're the one I've wanted. I mean, that makes me think of him immediately. All those things, but and watching the In Wonder documentary with you guys, obviously Sean gave us a little bit of the backstory with her, and it was such a beautiful story too. Oh my gosh. And I am gonna do their love story that you guys have been asking me to do, but yeah, it's just I'm gonna try and avoid those connections.
Couldn't help but overhear you think when you are near.
I love how simple the kind of the instrumental parts of this are, where it's mostly just kind of that electric guitar, and her voice, her harmonizing in the background is being used as like the secondary instrument on this, and I love that, especially when you have someone with so much personality in their voice as well. It makes the song just drive along so well.
It was just a quick hello, and you had to go, and you probably will.
Those ahs throughout the entire song just make the song flow so well. We gotta listen to what she's saying now.
It was just a quick you are near. 'Cause after all these years.
Oh my gosh, this girl's voice. what I love about songs like these so much, so much. The romantic in me love songs like these because it gives you a very specific message, and if anything, it gives you like a push if you need it. If you're in a situation where you've known someone for a long time, say maybe you've been friends for a long time, and you've felt a way about them for a while, but you constantly find reasons or excuses not to tell them how you feel or whatever. Like she said, it was a quick hello and you had to go. Even if it's you just had that one small moment, if that's how you feel, let them know. Don't just keep pushing it to the side and making excuses and whatnot, because you're gonna feel like how she's felt all these years, kind of just been bottled up inside of you. Just let it out. Just tell them how you feel. And I love songs like that attack such a very specific message, and also kind of might motivate and influence the listener as well to go make a move in their own life. Okay. The vocal effect at the end was interesting there. Like, it almost sounded like she was in pain, and I wonder if that was on purpose because of the pain of holding that in that would cause. Yeah, that's another song that I really, really love. Like I said, I love a message like that, and the song was really short, and I felt how short it was. I could have used like maybe like a longer chorus at the end there, or longer bridge. There wasn't even really much of a bridge, but that being said, I love how the instrumental was so simple, and I just got like her voice. This woman's voice is. I say this all the time about covering artists on this channel that I never paid any mind to in the past years because of living in my own bubble. Learning a lot more about especially her in particular, because a lot of the artists that I've covered, like say Sean or Taylor, in particular Sean and Taylor, I was aware of a lot of their music already, like their big singles or whatnot. But when it comes to her, and like say her Little Mix also, they're the two best examples. I didn't know anything about any of them. I don't know what they sounded like, or the music sounded like, or their voices sounded like. So to be sitting here and hearing these incredible voices, I just feel really, really, really lucky to have this music in my life now, because I can't believe that I didn't have this music in my life previously. All right, or these voices especially. Her voice she's an angel. She Loves Control is track 3.
Cause she has been here before. She doesn't cry anymore. No looking back.
So I mentioned in the beginning that I wonder if there's going to be Latin influences on her music. And this already is such a very typical Latin delivery here in the beginning. The way she's kind of enunciating her words and going in and out of that vocal delivery there. And it's very classic Spanish music. And I love that she incorporates that.
Cause she has been here before.
Yeah, that little melody.
She doesn't cry anymore. No looking back. No, she doesn't go to the bar.
And then she hit me with the reggaeton drums right there too. Let's go.
No, she doesn't.
Oh,
she kills you, makes you feel alive.
And it's not just the fact that it's a Spanish instrumental. It's not just that. It's her voice over it is just, it lends itself so perfectly to that kind of instrumental as well, because she has this ability to, it's her range really. It's her ability to belt these notes, but the way it sounds so easy for her, but at the same time carries the entire song. Like, it's not a vocal that just sits there and feels like it's in the background. Like, her voice carries the whole song because of just how absolutely fucking magnificent her voice is. That run is the perfect example. Listen to that fucking run.
Makes you feel alive. Hey, you know that it feels right. She loves control.
Oh, fuck, I love that. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that little guitar makes me feel things. So I love that. She didn't even really say much. Like, lyrically, there's nothing to really break down. She was kind of saying the same thing over and over again, and the verses, there wasn't even really a second verse. Like, lyrically, it was really kind of the same thing over and over again, stressing the fact that she loves control, obviously. But the sound of that song is so good. That's a song that you would never skip when it comes on because it just makes you feel so good. All right. And even like gives you some empowerment as well. I mean, there's the empowerment aspect of that as well that I think is very important. So there is a bit of a message in there with that. This next song, Havana, I see the title and I already know that I know what this song is. 100% I know exactly what this song is. This song was everywhere and you couldn't have missed it unless you were like Patrick in Living Under the Rock and SpongeBob. So let's listen to the song anyway because I never really like sat down and listened to the words. So let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's so recognizable.
Havana, ooh, na, na. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, na, na.
This has to be, I didn't even know this was her, but like when you see a title of a song and you know what the song is from the title, that says all you need to know. If you're like taking like the 10 most, I would guess that this is one of the 10 most popular songs of the last 5 years. This came out in 2018. Yeah, like it has to be, right? This and Shape of You with Ed Sheeran and whatever Drake's biggest song was the last 5 years. But you know what I'm saying? Like this song was everywhere.
He took me back to East Atlanta, na, na, na.
And for good reason.
All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana, ooh, na, na.
This is another example, kind of similar to the beginning of Never Be the Same, where she had kind of, where like the way she's singing that Havana Una Na part is very more relaxed and on the lower end of her register, and then she comes back and just smacks you in the face with those crazy big vocals that just sound so incredible, just like she did on Never Be the Same, and it's just so jarring in the best way. This is a strong debut album. This is a really strong debut album. All right, she should be really proud of herself. I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. Okay, Inside Out is the next track 5. That's
I wanna love you inside out. Wanna love you inside out. 'Cause I wanna love you inside out.
oh my gosh.
Love you inside
A
out.
fucking Caribbean jam. And again, the production on this album is insanely good. The way that this is just moving so consistently musically, kind of that synth that's carrying this song is mixed so well in this song. And she's not saying a lot, kind of again. This one actually reminds me of She Loves Control a little bit. There's just a lot of like bad bitch vibes in a couple of these songs here, and she just gets her point across with how well the song's produced, and these couple songs in particular, and really with what she's saying as far as, you know, I am who I am, so don't fuck up. And also, I love that you have like a couple tracks like that, but then you have track like All These Years and Never Be the Same, where it's complete contrast, where she's saying so much on the other end of it and really flexing her vocals.
Baby, give it to me, no doubts. Now you can't see you without me. Sky.
There it is.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, my. 'Cause once you wear my love, there will never be enough, never be enough. 'Cause I wanna love you inside out. Mami, a México, esta cosa se prendió, baby.
Okay.
Let me go.
All right.
If you love me, let
Okay.
go. De Miami a México, esta cosa se prendió, baby. Just never let me go. If you inside out.
I'm so happy that she's putting so much Spanish influence in these songs and in the whole album as a whole. It makes me so happy and kind of proud of her too to make that choice on her debut album. And I only know because you guys told me that she came from she left the band early. I forgot the name of the band, but you guys said she left it early, so that just takes a lot of bravery, honestly, to on your debut album incorporate a foreign language, even though Spanish is such a huge language and there's so many artists that kind of dominate the charts that are Spanish artists, honestly. Bad Bunny, Maluma, and Romeo Santos, and on and on and on and on. Like, they're just as big as the next English artist. But still, it still takes quite a bit of bravery, especially when you know, like, a lot of your music is going to be pushed towards mainstream pop radio. So I'm so proud of her for it. So fucking proud. And not just that, making it sound great as well. She killed this. So the thing about this song, think about like the last 3 songs, actually, I'll say, all 3 of them, is you can't listen to them and not feel good. I don't, if you did listen to them and they didn't make you feel good at the very least, like make you want to move, put you like in a good mood and a good vibe, but just the way they're produced along with her vocals as well, because she's so incredible. That voice of hers is just so naturally great. If they don't make you feel good, then I don't know what to tell you. All right, the next song is Consequences, which is quite the title, and makes me think we're gonna get some more deeper content now.
Dirty tissues, trust issues, glasses on the sink, they didn't fix you. Lonely pillows in a stranger's bed, little voices in my head. Sacred keeping, stop the bleeding, lost a little weight.
Okay, now she's hitting us hard with the lyrics. Let's go, Camila. Ooh, lonely pillows on the what?
Dirty tissues, trust in the bleeding, lost a little weight because I wasn't eating. All the songs that I loving you was cool and high and sweet. Loving you was sunshine, safe and sound, a steady place to let down my defenses. But loving you had consequences.
This is my favorite song. This is definitely my favorite song. Oh, shit. I typically add a lot to the songs. I feel like a lot of the times I talk more than the songs themselves, but I'm not adding anything to this right now because it's so beautiful on its own. Oh my god.
Hesitation, awkward conversation, running on low. You was young.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Like, every siren that I ignored, I'm paying for. And a siren is like a red alert, and you could say like a red flag that I ignored. Or the siren kind of is a synonym for that to an extent. And then in the beginning, when she was, and just like she's specific, like where she said dirty tissues, which indicates she was crying, laying in a stranger's bed. She made a decision that probably didn't make her feel great. Like, there's consequences to all of these decisions or lack thereof decisions, and this song is so beautiful. Holy shit. I was waiting for a song like this. I got some of this and Never Be the Same in all these years, but to be honest, I was really waiting for her to show me her pen. And she's really showing it to me in this song. This is top tier writing in this song. And not just top tier writing. I'm going to go back a little bit because I spoke too much. Not just top tier writing. When you add that with just like that piano and her voice, it's just so authentically emotional. You get this perfect sad track like this. And this is I don't know if anything's going to top this because this is that good.
Was young and wild.
I just love that at the end of every single line she delivers, every single one, you can hear her breath and you can feel the emotion coming off of that. Every single line. There's not one line where you're robbed of that.
Loving you was sunshine, safe and sound, a steady place to let down my defenses.
Oh, I love that. I love that line so much. Loving you was a place I could let down my defenses, but it also had consequences. Oh, shit.
But love's so much more than my senses. Take shots destiny. From loving you was sunshine, but then it poured.
Right here.
And I lost so much more than my senses.
Again, that's perfect writing because you're saying loving you was sunshine, then it poured. And before you were saying loving you was a place I could lie down in, but it had consequences. Like her line to line writing is perfect on this song.
Loving you had
it was loving you was a place I could lay my defenses, is what she said, but then it had consequences, and that's perfectly in line with what she just said here with sunshine then it poured.
Consequences.
The pouring is the consequence. Oh my gosh. Well, this song is really fucking sad. Oh my gosh. Wow. I wanna this is the shitty part about filming these reactions, is that I just want to hear that song again. I want to repeat that song again right now. But we have to keep recording. But I promise you, the split second I turn this camera off, I'm blasting that song. And the rest of the album, of course, because there's some real bops on here. But that song is standing out right now. Okay, Real Friends is the next track. Wow. More, there it goes again.
What do is let me down. Every time I let somebody in, then I find out what they're all about. I'm just looking for some real friends.
Oh my, more pen. Okay. Alright, wow.
Every time I let somebody in, gotta get up out of this town.
Wonder where they're all hiding out, gotta get up out of this town. Have you ever felt like you didn't have anybody because whatever friends you had betrayed you in some type of way, or you just felt like you couldn't really trust anybody for whatever reason, and you felt like you exhausted all your options as far as friends go where you were living, so you gotta get up out of this town. You gotta go somewhere else for a fresh start and meet new people, because the ones around you are obviously not ones really that you can call friends. What I'm loving about this lyrically in this song is that it sounds like it's pulled from such a specific reference. And I love songs written like that. And again, she is impressing the fuck out of me with these last two songs with her lyricism.
Cause the place I'm living in just doesn't feel like home. I'm just looking for some real
that's the perfect callback to the line of having to get out of this town. Cause this isn't home for me. Go ahead, Camila, with the writing.
All they ever do is let me down.
Then again, I don't know if she wrote the song. I believe that I saw a few of you guys say that she did write the songs on her most recent album, or both of them. So I'm assuming she wrote all these lyrics. This is so this is top tier.
Every time I let somebody in, I'm just looking for some new friends. All they ever do is let me down.
Her voice again. Okay. I like that she's introducing her writing abilities on the back half of the album. Because I don't want to use the word concerned, because the music sounded so great and I got so many of her vocals in the first half of the album, but I think that only can carry an album so far. So the fact that she is starting to really hit me heavy with the writing makes me feel really relieved, because now this album is coming together perfectly. Now it's just the perfect mix of everything. And to debut like this is fucking strong. Like I said, I'm really excited to hear her next project, actually, because what I'm hearing here, just imagining like another year or two of experience and growth and whatnot, I can't even, like, that one's gotta be, okay, let's just get into it. Let's focus on the greatness we're experiencing now. The next track is Something's Gotta Give. I love the title to that. I know there's the movie that's called that. I just love the title to that and the idea of that. It just sounds like the ultimate kind of sadness, honestly. Oh. Ultimate sadness, and then we get that piano. That deep, sad piano.
We're on skin deep. Know you're lying when you're lying next to me.
Oh.
Next to me. How did we get so far gone? And all you do is take.
Oh, I feel like I'm listening to Consequences Part 2.
Something's gotta change, but I know that it won't. No, I have never heard a silence quite so loud. I walk in the room and you don't make a sound. Make a sound.
Oh, the back half of this album is really strong. I'm gonna say again with the writing, I should say. She's painting the picture. I love how she's painting the picture where she's saying, never heard a silence so loud. I walk into the room, you don't make a sound. You can't listen to that and like not envision that so vividly.
Don't know by now.
Oh.
You should know by now.
Oh, her harmonizing with herself is perfect. It's absolute perfection.
I should know by now.
Oh, shit.
You should know by now.
Oh.
We should know by now.
Okay, Camila Cabello, lower harmonization with her high register harmonies combined might be my favorite thing ever. Oh, shit.
And now, we should know by now.
She's creating such the production on this album is fucking insane. Just creating this atmosphere that makes it feel that much sadder because it feels like you're lost within the song now and you're lost within the sadness that this song is supposed to be. This is Consequences Part 2 is what this is. Oh man, this okay. 2 more tracks. She has so much authentic emotion going on within this album, and it's the most absolutely beautiful thing. She is such a beautiful woman. She really is. Props to you, Sean. You did a great job, man. She is wonderful. This is incredible. This is so good. Wow. Okay, let's just go to In the Dark. I'm a little concerned about the track to that name, the track title of that song, considering where we just came from with Consequences and Something's Gotta Give, and now In the Dark. Even Real Friends was really sad also when you really break it down. The musically wasn't that sad, but the tone and the lyricism of it was actually really sad. So let's go to In the Dark and hope that she isn't like tearing my heart apart for like 4 straight songs.
Blank stares, faithless vampires at the same place. Who are you in the dark?
Oh!
Show me the scary part in the dark.
I've commented on the production of this album a lot because it's incredible production wise. There's a lot of experimenting too, like with a lot of different bass and synth sounds, and this song sounds similar to some songs on the album, but also incredibly different as far as the experimenting goes.
You can sit down without showing skin.
I love the delivery of those lines right there, the pre-chorus right there. I love that.
I can see you scared of your emotion. You're all alone, and LA doesn't feel like home.
You know who this reminds me of a little bit, actually? A little bit. Melody Martinez. Just a little bit.
Who are you in the dark?
Who I can't wait to get back into, by the way, where K-12 is happening and the movie for it is happening.
Who are you in the dark? I promise that I won't run.
Oh.
So tell me, who are you in the dark?
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful because she's trying to comfort this person the whole time because they're afraid of showing their vulnerability, basically is what she's saying this entire song. But now at this point she's hit and the song sounds dark too, which makes it so smart the way it's produced once again. And now she's at the point where she's saying, hey, all the strangers are gone, it's just me and you. I'm not going to be like this person maybe in your past that maybe you told them something and they ran away and now you don't want to open up to anyone else ever again. So I'm not going anywhere, you can tell me. And I love that that's where the bridge went because it made the song that much better.
Show me the scary part.
And the thing about Camila too, throughout this entire album, is that it's not even just that. It's how she's delivering all these notes. It's just so specifically done with this very classic emotional delivery on all these lines that just drives the point across so well. And she is the riff queen, by the way. These riffs and these ad-libs, holy fuck. Oh, I like how I was getting the in the dark in both ears. I mean, once again, the back half of this album is very deep, very deep. And I don't mean to take away from the first half, because the first half was just like, I loved the sound of all those songs. Like, those songs are absolute jams and bops. I mean, Never Be the Same and Havana are songs that you can't not love when you hear them. And all these years is actually one of my favorite songs in the album so far. So it's not even to take away from them. It's just that the album has gotten significantly deeper ever since we got to Consequences. So it's been like nonstop. She's hitting us with these really incredible lyrics, and I'm so impressed. Okay, Into It is the last track on the album. Sad Face. Okay, but I did see that she has songs that she came out with before this album. Like, there's a couple releases that came out in 2017, and you guys made me aware of it. So I will be doing those in a separate video after this, very shortly. So we'll definitely be doing those as well. Do not worry, as well as obviously her next album and whatever else we can do from Miss Camila. Okay, last track, Into It.
Ooh, I'm not a psychic, but I see myself all over you. Ooh, king size bed in the corner, we should get into it. All of the things I wanna do to you is infinite. I mean, if you're into it, I'm into it. Ooh, this couch is getting smaller, but it's my favorite place. I see a king size bed in the corner, we should get into it.
I love those line. I see your king size bed in the corner, we can get into it. All the things we could do is infinite. I love like the delivery of those lines and how they rhyme and how they're set up. I love it.
If you're into it, I'm into it. And for the conversation, baby, let's get into it. If you're into it, I'm into it.
Oh man, I can't. This album is so short. It's so short. I mean, I guess it's like regular length. Like everyone seems to want to make their albums like over an hour nowadays. So I guess it's like different standards and stuff now. But okay, anyways, for a debut album, this is not even just for a debut album. For any album, this is incredible. But particularly for a debut album, this is so good. There's not one miss on this album, 1 through 10. Not one. A part of that certainly could be putting just 10 tracks on an album. It leaves a lot less space for fillers, which I can definitely appreciate, again, particularly for a debut album. So I feel like I need more. Like, that was not enough. I need more Camila content, more music. I wish this was like a 16 to 18 track album, because I could definitely sit here and listen to another like 6 to 8 songs. Like, I feel like there is a story here that is unfinished. That's how I kind of feel. Like, I feel like this album, the story of this album is not resolved. I want to forget kind of the completion of that with the next album. I'm so curious. But anyways, I love this so much. I pretty much spoke about how I felt about it throughout the video, song by song. You have your absolute bops on this album. You have your tragic love tragedies on this album. You have Consequences, which is one of my favorite songs of all time already. That's already going right into the pantheons of best songs I've ever heard in my life. You have incredible lyricism, which she hit me with towards the back end of the album. Well, the whole second half, actually, I should say, not just the back end. You have, like I said, those huge smash hits like she had in the first half of the album. You just had a very complete album, honestly, and I'm so impressed by her. I'm so impressed by this. I cannot wait to see more of what she's got. And I also really want to check out more of like her sort of non-musical stuff too, because I feel like there's a lot of personality to her too that I'm missing out on, and that's something I really want to get to know more of. Camila, you fucking killed this. You killed this. Thank you guys for putting me on to her. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I have this album in my rotation now. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next video. Thank you guys always. Much love.